Hello friends and welcome to another video. Today we have a reading vlog for you. I say we, it's just me here, me, myself and I. It's been a while, again, as it's been a strange year for Brie and I. We really burnt ourselves out with the crab along and we just have not been making a lot of videos this year, but we are both feeling the urge to get back to it. I have a lot of ideas in my head. I will say that there will be a lot of Percy Jackson content coming, Camp Half-Blood Chronicles and general content coming, so be ready for that in 2023. Still sounds weird to say. Also, I'm going to do some reading journal stuff. Like, it'll be a thing. Today, however, we are here for Christmas stuff, as you can tell by my hat. And you can't really see it, but I do have a gnome on my sweatshirt, which we'll get to in a second. So, today, as you can probably already tell by the title, I don't actually know what I'm titling this, but something about, you know, KU Christmas romances, which is what I'm reading. I'm not going to really give you my list, although I can pop up an image real quick here that I made for myself. So you can see it too, I guess. So those are some of my options. I have other options too, and KU has many more options if I wish to just delve into those. And so I don't know how many books I'm gonna read. I don't know how long we're gonna go. There are 10 or 11 days until Christmas right now, and I would like to post this on Christmas. So I think I'm just gonna read whatever I can in those days, vlog it for you. This isn't gonna be like a life vlog where I vlog really anything else, because to be honest with you, I don't really do anything that would be interesting to vlog.
I can reach for a well-worn book to give me an escape.
I've already read 2 things so far. They were interesting. Well, one was interesting, one was actually just like a lot of fun and good. The first thing I read was interesting. I'm looking down because I'm looking at my reading journal notes. Holly Jolly Monstrous Holiday by Eva Demoan. I didn't even notice that name. Good job. Good job. But that's the only good job you're getting for this, because this was terrible. And, you know, sometimes KU romances can be bad, but they're fun bad. This was just bad. It read like an outline more than a book. It read like she had outlined what she wanted to happen, and then she just didn't really change much of it when she actually wrote the book. I mean, this is also mostly sex, but even that, it was just not well done. It was not fun. It's very non-con. It's not good. Yeah, I only finished it because it said it was going to take me like 10 minutes, and I was like, fine, sure, I'll finish it. And also I've decided I'm rating these something out of 5 Christmas. So like how much Christmas they gave me. This one gets 0 out of 5 because while technically Krampus was like the final boss, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. It was not good. Do not read this. Like, some things are bad and I will be like, you should still read this because it's fun. This, do not read. Just don't read it. Don't do this to yourself. Okay? I'm telling you right now. Don't do this to yourself. I will forever be haunted by the gnome scene at the very beginning, and just don't do that to yourself. Also, on the Christmas scale, 0 out of 5 Christmas. No Christmas. My plan for this is gonna try and do this. I have some like weirder ones that I'm not sure about, and then I have ones that like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like. So I think I'm gonna do like weirder ones, one I know I like. Weirder one, what I know I like. That's kind of my plan, so that I don't get into like a weird, annoyed headspace, but we'll see how it goes. Coffee. Coffee will help. My straw is very long. Coffee helps. It's decaf coffee. It's not doing anything for me. It's just the taste. It's like it's helping. Anyway, the next thing I read was Ho 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 by Rilzy Adams. This was so much fun. I don't think I read anything by this author before, although I'm not sure now. But I've been hearing a lot about this one, and it was so much fun. It was so cute. It started the description of this book on Amazon and Goodreads and everything. Something about her husband's parting gift being chlamydia to her and something like that, and it's just really funny. It's really cute and funny, and like there's this whole thing about her wanting to fuck her way through Santa's reindeers, and it sounds weird, but it's really cute and really funny. Right after her divorce has gone through, she meets this bartender and she spills everything to him and tells her about her plan to, you know, hoe it up, and it was just so fun. But yeah, I rated this a 4 out of 5, and I give it a 2 out of 5 for Christmas, maybe a 3. It had some good, like, the silly reindeer Christmas vibes were there, and it took place at Christmas. It was fun. It was enjoyable. I really liked it. Those are the 2 things I have read so far. I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I have several options. Hold on, I can briefly show you on my Kindle my options, because I made a collection that is just Christmas books because I figured I would need it. So I have a lot of options. It goes down, and I have some physical options. I don't know if I'm in like a physical book reading headspace or hand space. I don't think I can really hold books right now. My wrist has been really bothering me, so it's probably just gonna be Kindle reads, which I love. That is fine with me. I will see you probably not with the Santa hat on anymore. I don't know. I might just, maybe I'll just keep it like next to me, so when I do updates for this, I can just throw my Santa hat on and it will be a theme. I do think I'm gonna end up dyeing it red accidentally because like my hair is red, and it is still, it's been a while since I re-dyed it, but it is still, I don't know what is up with this hair color from Manic Panic, but normally it's like after a few washes it's no longer staining everything you own, and this never stops. This red will be on everything I own, I assume, for the rest of my life. So there's that. I will get back to you when I have read something else. Hello. Oh, my heat's on. Never mind. Okay, hello, it is update time. I have read one more book since we last chatted. I have read Elfed by Ginger Kane. I will put the cover here. And I really enjoyed this. I did not expect to enjoy it as much as I did. I had heard good things. Bree sent me a review of it and they really enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, I mean, I'll give it a shot. The cover is hilarious, as you can see. It's amazing. 10 out of 10 cover design. We love to see it. So, sorry, Bree's messaging me. So, this one, I'm gonna try and explain it to you, and I don't know how well that's going to go, but I'm going to try. So this is about a woman who has just been to Secret Santa. So like it's a Secret Santa exchange and someone has gotten her, and like they won't own up to who it is, but they've gifted her like a 12-inch red and white striped like giant dildo with also a little elf figurine on it, I think. I think that's how it's described. It's been like 20 minutes and my brain is gone. That's how we open it, and how also we learn immediately that she likes elves. Like she likes little elf figurines. She has a bunch of them in her apartment, and at first when they were describing all the elf figurines in her apartment, I was like, is she gonna get gangbanged by the elf figurines? She did not. That is not what happened, but I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a ride. It was a ride anyway. It wasn't that much of a ride. She's like watching holiday movies and drinking eggnog, and then like she gets up to get more eggnog and the dildo has moved. By the way, I'm just gonna spoil this whole thing for you. So if you want to read it, which I highly suggest, I just rated this 5 out of 5 stars. I highly suggest going to read it. So just pause me, go read the book. It'll take you like 15 minutes. It's 6,000 words long. It's not very long. Pause me, go read the book, come back. We can talk about it. So she goes to get more eggnog. The dildo and little elf figurine has moved, and honestly, her first thought is that someone has broken into her apartment, which honestly would also be my first thought. Hold on, you're dirty. Something has moved and I did not move it, so therefore someone has to be here. I feel like that's actually a very logical like train of thought. So she's thinking that, and she like grabs a frying pan and she's like, oh god, someone's here, and she like yells and turns, and it's just the little elf sitting on her counter, and she's like, oh, I just missed it. Like when I walked by, I just missed it. It's fine. And so she puts the pan down and she turns back around and the elf is gone again, and she's like, what the fuck? And so she's pretending that everything is fine, because I think the line is like, if there are ninjas in her apartment, if she was pretending everything is fine, maybe they'd leave or something like that. I don't remember. It's been 20 minutes and I don't remember. And I want you to know that I sent 83 messages to Bree about this novella. She wanted updates about how it was going, and so I delivered updates. If you tell me to update you on anything I'm reading, I just want you to know that I will update you. I will send so many messages. Bree knows I have sent her so many messages about so many things, just updating. Sela knows I've sent her like 200 messages, a Yona volume. Like, if you want updates from me, you're getting them. I sent her a lot of pictures of like just the Kindle screen so she could see what I was reading, because it was just a lot. There was just a lot happening. She hasn't opened them yet. She's awake, and she was like, Casey, I can't deal with elf smut. I've just woken up. And I was like, that's fair, because it's a lot. It's a lot to handle. I will just give you a brief scroll through so you can see what I sent to Bree. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Just a lot. A lot of things happened. So where were we? No, she's seen the elf figurine on the counter. He's gone again, and she finds him sitting on the couch with the dildo. And then like while she looks at him, this part kind of confused me. My brain was not fully functioning, but he gets big, like full human-sized elf, and the dildo is now his. He explains to her that he's like stuck in the dildo, and you can only get him out of the dildo for Christmas if you say elf me, which is what she says as she like throws her keys on the counter and they like skate under the fridge, and she's like, fuck. So she said that, and she has activated the elf fucking. So many sentences in this clip are gonna be ridiculous. So she's activating the elf fucking, and he is down to clown, and she's like, well, it's been a while. I mean, I'm also kind of down to clown. She asks like, do I have a choice? And he says, yes, you can say elf off and I'll be gone. It's just really funny to me. They have this kind of safe word. Spoiler alert, she does not use it. She is down to fuck this elf man. There's a lot happening with him as like a monstrous creature. He's humanoid, like he mostly looks human. He just has his weird dick, and his tongue is ribbed, and he can like grow extra arms at will, and at one point he gets horns, and as soon as he got horns I was like, well, she's gonna hold on to them while they have sex, because that is the promise of horns, I think, in romance. Let me know if you disagree with me, but I think that's just the promise. This is happening. Something. Why am I getting messages? I'm doing a thing. I'm not gonna get fully into it now, I guess. At this point, you have to go read it for yourself because there's just a lot. There's a lot. There's the multiple arms. He has like 6 arms at one point, and also he's like holding her down with his power, and she can see it over herself as like a kind of like shimmery thing, and it like smells like peppermint. It's a lot. There is a lot happening in this novella, and honestly I kind of enjoyed it. I will say I kind of want a sequel, which sounds really weird, but like he's still trapped in the dildo, and let this elf man out of his dildo, because he only gets to come out on Christmas, and then as soon as he comes he has to go back to dildo land. It just seems kind of sad. He hasn't, you know, he hasn't been out in 100 years, and she's gonna bring him back again next Christmas, but that's a whole year away. She can't fuck herself with the dildo, and he will kind of feel it in the meantime, so there's that. But like I really want there to be a sequel where like they get him out of the dildo, because I just think that's so fun. So anyway, I really enjoyed this. I don't know what I'm gonna read next. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, but I'm doing like reading sprints with Sela. That is my update. It was a very long update. The next update probably will not be this long, but I'm gonna go try and read something else. But that was Elfed by Ginger Kane, and this was their first published thing on Amazon. They don't have anything else published. I didn't see anything else. I hope you enjoyed this journey that we're on. It's a fun journey. We're having fun. I'm having fun, at least. I hope you are having fun as well. Okay, I wanted to tell you what I just finished reading. Ignore my chin so red. I was leaning forward as I was doing Instagram stuff. I just finished The Naughty List by Ellie MacGregor, who is the bisexual book nerd on, or just bisexual_book nerd on Instagram. I'll link her down below. I love both things I read by them so far. I read this and The Witch's Wolves, I believe it's called, which was a fun MMF witchy wolf romance. It was a lot of fun. So this was also a lot of fun. The Naughty List is about like actual Santa Claus, which I don't think I've ever read one yet that has like actual Santa Claus involved, and so that was kind of fun. His name was Nikolai, which I loved. I love that as a name to begin with. And we're following him and Kate, who is almost a single mom. She's getting divorced from her husband. He has stolen the kids from her for Christmas, which is like real shitty move, dude. So when Santa, Nikolai, comes to deliver presents, he finds her on the couch, and she's in like lingerie because she was just like feeling herself, trying to have a good time, but really just ended up falling asleep there because she is tired. I realized I didn't give you a Christmas rating for Elfed, by the way, which would be like a 4 out of 5, I think, Christmas themed. So obviously The Naughty List is a 5 out of 5 for the Christmas scale, and also just a 5 out of 5 in general. I just had so much fun. It was sexy, but also wholesome and just a good time. He wanted to try and get to know her more because like he realized he really liked her and he didn't want this to be like a one-time thing, and so they were like chatting about like their favorite movies, and they were both really liked Mamma Mia and he really liked Alien, and I was like, you know what, I love that. I love that for both of you. I love Mamma Mia. I love Alien. Alien is a fucking amazing movie. So it was just a lot of fun, and now I kind of want to watch Mamma Mia, but my head really hurts. But yeah, loved Naughty List. So glad I finally got around to it. I've been meaning to read it since it came out, which I think was last year or the year before. It might have been the year before even. I don't remember when it came out, but it's been a while. And it was so much fun. So I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I have so many options still, so we'll see. Hello, it is another day. It's been 2 or 3 days since I talked to you last, and I read some yesterday and I just finished something today. The first thing I read yesterday was Regifted, Ganged by the Ghosts of Christmas by LJ Logosz and Vera Valentine. It'll be here. I'm so sorry I butchered your name. I did not notice before that I do not know how to pronounce that. And if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my iPad. This one was interesting. It was, I mean, the promise of the premise is there. Like, getting banged by ghosts on Christmas does happen. It's a little dubious consenty, but like at the very beginning, he is like, if you say this word, we will stop. And she is very consciously like, don't think that word, don't think that word, don't think that word. Pretty much the whole time. She very much is down to clown, as they say. It was fun. I don't know why this one didn't hit me as much. I feel like it should have more. It was a lot of fun. It was very steamy, but it just wasn't like, it was missing something for me. And it also did annoy me just a little bit at the beginning with like her thoughts about dick sizes. Like, listen, we accept and we love all dick sizes here. Listen, we love a small dick in this house, even though if you have any romances, this has gone off the rails so quick. I've been filming for like a minute. If you have any romances, small dicked characters in it, let me know. I haven't found any. But yeah, I gave that one 3 stars. It was fine. It was fun. It even had like kind of an HEA, which I wasn't expecting. I expected like ghost gangbang, become a better person, end of novella. But no, there's like kind of an HEA, and I am honestly like, I would be more intrigued about like what happens after than I was what happened before. Are they alive again? And it was all a like an in-between thing? But like this dude crashed his plane, so I assume that they knew he was dead. So I am very confused. My heat's turning on. God damn it. Hold on. Okay, got it before it turned on. We're fine. What was I saying? Katee Robert. We love Katee Robert. So I read A Very Krampus Holiday, which is very, very short. It might be the shortest thing here. I'm not sure. It's just, I mean, it's just Krampus being there to punish her because she murdered her abusive husband, which, like, more power to her, honestly. Proud of her. Glad she got her punishment when everything went well for them. Yeah, I don't have much else more to say about this one. It was real fun. Real good time. 5 stars. The next one I read, I just finished, and that is The Longest Night by Ottoman. I've read something else by him. Read The Doctor's Discretion by them, which I really enjoyed. I really liked this one. At the very beginning, it took me a few pages, maybe like a chapter, to really like get into it because I haven't read a historical in a while, and so the writing was just kind of like threw me off a bit. I just wasn't expecting it for some reason, even though I went into this knowing that it was a historical. I'm pretty sure Ottoman only writes historicals. This one's also short. It's like 50 pages, I think. I just finished this 10 minutes ago. This is a single point of view from Richard, who has been writing to Tobias for 6 years and they've never met in person, which I don't know why, but I really like that as like a beginning to a story. Like, they've never met in person. They do know what each other looks like. They send each other pictures. Okay, so it's 1904. I had to look it up because I already forgot. That's going great. But yeah, so Richard ends up getting let go. Well, not technically, they're gonna let the other guy go, but it is right before Christmas and they're gonna be shutting the hotel down in a few weeks anyway, and the other guy has kids, so he resigns before they can fire the other guy, leaving him in charge of like the huge Christmas party they do, and then they're gonna shut the hotel down. And so he sent a telegram to Tobias to tell him not to send any more letters to the hotel because he won't be there anymore. And Tobias immediately sends a telegram back and is like, what are you talking about? What happened? Are you okay? Like, if you have nowhere else to go, come here right now. And Richard is hesitant at first because they've never met in person, and like he's worried that, like, you know, all the normal things about not having met in person before. We've all been there. We've all been there. Like, maybe it won't be the same, maybe something will be different, maybe whatever. Even if you don't want it to be romantic, there's still those like worries, I feel like. But he still decides to do it because he doesn't have anywhere else to go. He stayed at a hotel for a night and then he leaves to go to visit, to stay for a bit. He meets Tobias and they're just adorable. They're so awkward at first and it was just so sweet. It was like, it's a little steamy at points, but like overall, this is just like possibly the sweetest one I have read so far. It was just adorable. Like, they were so cute, and there was a cat named Guinevere who I loved. She was so cute. She just wanted to like be cuddling all the time. She was just like headbutting and purring on them, and I was like, this is good. I gave that 5 stars. I highly recommend it. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna read next. There are a few options I can think of, and I haven't finished. Scroll up and give you a brief check-in. That graphic I showed you at the very beginning is what I've made for my journal. I'll pop it up here again for you. I read 7 of these, and I think I definitely want to read Her Night with Santa next. But besides that, I might go off script. I might stay with it. I don't know. It would be fun to read all of them, honestly. And I do have a few days. Today is the 20th, so like I definitely could do it if I wanted to. We will just see if my brain has the ability to focus on actual reading for that long. So, but I'm definitely going to read Her Night with Santa next. And then I might read The Toy King after that because those are like related. Her Night with Santa by Adriana Herrera. I've loved what I've written. Jesus Christ, this is going great. I can't talk this clip. Anyway, I love what I've read by her before, and so I really want to read this. And I also want to reread one that I didn't put on this graphic thing. I really want to reread, what's the name of it? All They Want for Christmas by Andy J. Christopher. I might reread that. It's a little longer than the things I have been reading, but I remember really enjoying it. I might end up reading that, but I'm not going to push myself to read more than I can. I'm going to try and read one more thing today though, because I will tell you that when I do my reading journal, I don't like when in the middle of a page it's a split day. I like when I have the day starting at the top of the page, and now I've read The Longest Night, and that's only half a page. So I don't think I mentioned I filmed this clip twice because the first one I was even worse at getting my words across and my voice sounded kind of weird for some reason. So anyway, I refilmed it. But I think I totally forgot to mention this time around that The Longest Night has 2 trans main characters, and we love that. So yeah, I don't know. I might read something else tonight. hopefully. Maybe. It might not be for this vlog though. I might read something else. Like I really want to get to, I just got it in my Responasol and I really want to read Chef's Kiss because it just looks so cute and it's not going to take me long, although there are quite a few words on every page, but it just looks so cute. And I don't think I've mentioned yet in this vlog, but if you have any Christmas recommendations for next year, please leave them in the comments down below. I will definitely be doing this again next year because I just think it's kind of fun. I think I did it not last year, but maybe the year before. I don't think I did a vlog for it. I think I just did it on my own. Yeah, so I might try and read this and then read something else tomorrow. We will see. I'm just rambling at this point. This is so long for no reason. Alright, it is time to wrap up this vlog. I read 2 more things last night, this morning. I couldn't sleep again. So, kind of both. We're gonna wrap up the vlog. I read 2 new things that I haven't talked to you at all about. I mentioned them in the graphic I made, like the almost TBR I made for myself, I guess. I read Her Night with Santa by Adriana Herrera, which was so much fun. It was much steamier than I expected, which is like saying something because these are all money short novellas, but this one was like very steamy. And it was just so much fun. The world building at the very beginning was very interesting, which I've heard about this before. I've heard about that, like these 2 books in the series. I don't know if there'll be more, but I know for sure there's 2 and I'll definitely read the next one, which I think is called The Toy King. I'll probably read it next year though, because I think I'm all Christmased out for right now. But anyway, this one was so much fun. It's sapphic. We have a female Santa and a girl who makes sex toys. She has recently quit her job to like create her own sex toys and make her own sex toy company. And I just love that. It was just so much fun. There's so many toys used throughout this novella, which really makes sense for a Christmas novella if you think about it. Like, yeah, they should be using toys. So anyway, all of that to say, I gave this 5 stars, and it also gets a 5 out of 5 for Christmas, honestly, because female Santa is there. She is almost always in red and white, which, like, respect it. You're on theme, you're on brand, you're doing it, and this was really fun, which I expected. I love Adriana Herrera. I've read everything I've read by her, I've loved, so, like, I expected to love this one. And finally, I read, just to like finish up the top 2 rows of that like TBR image I made for myself, I ended up reading Paddled by Krampus by Harley Laroux. This is the first thing I've read by Harley Laroux and it was so much fun. It definitely leaned more into the punishment side of Krampus, which was a lot of fun and very interesting. And I liked this like kind of magic-y world that was set up. Like she's apprenticing to a wizard and everything, and it even have a happily ever after. And I really liked the descriptions of Krampus in this one. I feel like it was easier to picture the size of him more, like it put him more in scale, because I know he's supposed to be very large, but a lot of the times I feel like it doesn't quite come across in the text. I've only read a few things now that have Krampus in it, but I do feel like it doesn't always come across that he is supposed to be large, and this one really does, because at one point he like holds her up by her ankle and she is upside down and can like look at him. And I just felt like it really put into perspective how fucking big this creature is, and that was a lot of fun. It's 5 out of 5 for Christmas because Krampus, there was a Christmas tree. There was a lot of stuff happening with the Christmas tree, honestly. Like 5 out of 5 Christmas. That was the last thing I read. I finished 11 things for this little reading challenge, I guess I put out for myself. I guess it was a challenge. It was just kind of fun. I just wanted to do like a kind of fun vloggy thing. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you've read any of these or you have any recommendations for other Christmas novellas I should get to next year, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you don't have anything to say, but you want to let me know you were around, you can just leave me like some kind of snowflake Christmas. Is there a Santa emoji? Leave me a Santa emoji if there is one. There should be. Remember to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and that is it. Life Before Death, Radiance.